Now, while the 2020 presidential election is over, we still have a lot to digest, so let's take it back to when it all began. We started off with 29 candidates in the Democratic Party, several withdrawing mid-race, and Donald Trump being the primary runner for the Republican Party. Everyone's campaigns were running smoothly, however, a few runners did not reach the expected polling benchmark and thus dropped out. Then we reached the first caucus on February 3rd, 2020, which resulted in Bernie Sanders winning the popular vote, and after much deliberation, Pete Buttigieg was declared the winner with 2 more delegates than Bernie Sanders. We then started to see the hefty amount of Democratic Party candidates dwindle into 9 choices: Amy Klobuchar, Andrew Yang, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, Michael Bloomberg, Pete Buttigieg, Tom Steyer, and Tulsi Gabbard. When the DNC hosted its Democratic debates, it was clear that the top 3 candidates were Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Joe Biden, but the others still had a good following. Eventually, we made our way down to the final 2 choices featured in the presidential debate. On one hand, we had Donald Trump, and on the other, Joe Biden. Now, although the first one went a bit like this.
I'm not going to answer the question because the question is radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
Who's on your list?
Right, gentlemen, I think we've ended this.
He's going to pack the court.
The other 2 were much more tolerable. And we had our fair share of memes as well. One of the most popular ones being the fly on Vice President Pence's head, and as well as this.
Well, let's get but Susan, this is important,
Susan,
I want to add. But
here.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Early voting came in waves this past year, with many young people casting their votes. This year was one of the largest early voting turnouts ever. And with COVID still at large, many people stayed back and did their voting by mail-in, which also had its fair share of controversy. When it came to Election Day 2020, the lines were still long, even with the pandemic, but it all ran pretty smoothly. However, many of the summarized results were demanded in recounting in states like Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Nevada, which took their precious time. As the votes were finalized and Biden was proclaimed the presidential-elect, a potential impeachment seemed to be on the rise. Donald Trump was impeached before, however, this time they were set to confirm this trial. However, in time that did not go to fruition. On January 6, 2021, we saw something we had never seen before, a protest at the Capitol. To this day, this whole incident is still unclear of all the details, but here are some clips of what we do know. Then the day officially came. Inauguration Day 2021. At around 11 a.m. Wednesday, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris assumed office as they took their oaths. This day was filled with lots of mixed emotions as we saw the first woman vice president take office. To conclude, this entire election cycle was a roller coaster that I'm not sure anyone was really prepared for, but we got through it and now we can all progress forward with unity and make it a great year. Thanks for watching.